Hi, it's Chef Robin. Welcome to another one of my virtual cooking classes since I'm not teaching at Art and Soul right now because of everything that's going on. I'm going to do another one for you guys. So tonight we're going to do pasta carbonara. I picked this one because it doesn't have that many ingredients, and most of the ingredients we hopefully have as we're trying to stay home and not get to the grocery store any more than we need to. The ingredients are pasta, bacon. You can use pancetta, also an Italian bacon is what pancetta is if you have that. We're gonna use regular smoked bacon, Parmesan, egg, salt, pepper, olive oil, parsley, and garlic. That's it. So it's a nice, that it doesn't have a lot of ingredients, and I'm hoping that you guys have all of those ingredients in your pantry or in your fridge. Okay, all right, so we're gonna get started. This is a nice quick dish, so hopefully within the next few days you guys are gonna do this, make it at home. So the only thing that I've done before the video started was get my pasta water ready. So just making sure that water is nice and up to a boil, and season it generously with salt. You want it to taste like the sea, so make sure you've got plenty of salt in there. So at this point, we are going to add in 1 pound of pasta, and that takes about 10 minutes. So we want that to be al dente, and so that'll take just a bit of time for that to cook. But while that's cooking, we are going to cook our bacon. So I like to do a little trick when I cook my bacon, even if I'm doing it for a nice breakfast, is I like to add a little olive oil to the pan. The reason that I do that is it actually makes a beautiful color on the bacon. So we're gonna do that with our bacon today. And like I said, I have a thick sliced smoked bacon. So I'm gonna get the burner going. And I have a ½ pound of bacon. And like I said, if you have pancetta around, you are welcome to use that also if you've got it. So this is gonna take about 6 minutes for us to cook this bacon. We just want it to be nice and crispy and nice and golden. So you're just gonna kind of hang out and keep cooking it until it is cooked. So we're cooking away, cooking our bacon, having a little bit of wine. Best way to cook any dinner is with a little bit of wine. All right, so it's been about 6 minutes. You can see the bacon is looking beautiful. So we are gonna take it off. So I'm gonna turn the heat off. We're gonna use a slotted spoon, and we're gonna just put it on any plate that you've got with some paper towels, but you can see how pretty that looks. That's exactly what you're looking for. That nice, beautiful color, golden color of the bacon. So we don't wanna let it go any longer than this. Actually that load of bacon fat will actually start burning it if you wait any longer than that. So you wanna make sure you get it out of there. We're gonna have just about the right amount of bacon fat. We wanted 3 tablespoons. It looks like that's what we've got, so that's awesome. And I did turn my heat off. We are gonna add the garlic in next, and garlic can burn really easily. So I wanna make sure that I'll turn that heat back on, but I wanna make sure that we wait a minute because I don't wanna burn that garlic. So we need 1 tablespoon of garlic. Every clove of garlic is 1 teaspoon, so we need 3 cloves of garlic to go forward with this dish. So I've got 3 nice, beautiful cloves of garlic here. Put my bacon on the side, and we're gonna peel it and then press it in. 30 seconds is all it takes for that garlic to infuse that flavor into our bacon fat that we have left over. So I like this garlic roller. I know I've told a lot of people in my class, I love it because it comes out easy to take that peel off. So there you go. So we're gonna do that with all of ours, and then, all right, so now we've got our garlic peeled, and we are gonna press that into our pan. I love garlic, so I always pick the largest cloves that I can find. So we're just gonna press it in. You can see it's gonna start cooking right away. A little knife to scrape off the little bits that like to stick to the press. You can grate it in too if you don't have a garlic press. You can just grate it in with any grater that you have. You'll know when your garlic is ready. You'll actually smell it. So as soon as the fragrance of the garlic comes to your nose, it's ready. It's released the juices of the garlic, and it's ready for the rest of the dish. And I've talked about this in class about how you want to make sure that you let each piece of your dish have its own time. You want to do that because you want to make sure that layer of flavor, that garlic, has its own time to put that flavor into the pan that we've got, the base of our pasta carbonara. So there we go. Stirring that around. I can smell it. I know that garlic is ready. At this point, if our pasta is done, hopefully it is, make sure that we're going to put the pasta and the bacon back in. We're gonna stir that. Oops, timer's going off. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna drain the pasta. All right, so I've drained my pasta. It's beautiful. Looking forward to putting that in. So the garlic looks great. We're gonna add our pasta in, 1 pound. Here it's sizzling away. We're gonna move that through. We're gonna add our bacon to that. We're gonna cook that for about 1 minute. The reason we're gonna cook that for about 1 minute is just to make sure that it gets heated through before we add our eggs. That's the next part that we're gonna do. This goes really quick at this point, so make sure that you have all of your ingredients ready, and at the end of this video you'll see the recipe, but make sure that you have everything kind of setting out, hanging out, waiting for you, so that you don't have to start grabbing things, because at this point you don't want to have to really leave your dish. So it's been about a minute and everything is heated through really nicely. This is the point where you have to turn off the heat. If you don't turn your heat off, you're going to scramble your eggs. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to break our eggs. We're going to whisk them together with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to just set this back here while we do that. Okay, here we go. So we're going to break our eggs one at a time into another bowl, whatever you got. You want to use 4 eggs total. Last one. Come on out of there. There we go. All right. So I'm going to rinse my hands really fast, and then we're going to whisk these. All right. So we've broke all 4 eggs. Now we need to season them a little bit. So we're going to take a little pepper, season that in, remembering that a pinch is about 1/4 of a teaspoon. So we're going to do that, a little bit of coarser salt, and now we're going to whisk that together till it's nice and combined. And then this is a point where you're going to use your whisk over here also, because you want to whisk continuously as you make your pasta carbonara. If you do not, it will scramble. So I've got that nice and whisked. I'm going to go over here, move that spoon out, and then add in that egg and move that whisk continuously. That heat, even though it's off, you can see how it's already cooking the egg. Even though that heat is off, you just want to make sure you continually whisk through to cook that egg. So it takes about a minute, but you can already see that it's cooking just by the heat from the pan. There we go. Looks beautiful. All right, next thing in, we're gonna add some Parmesan, about a cup. Or if you want more, you can do more. Since I'm done with the egg, I'm actually gonna move to a spoon. It makes it a little bit easier to mix it through. So 1 cup of Parmesan. This is a point where you wanna taste like a chef. You wanna make sure that your seasonings are right. So at this point, you would take just a wee bit out and make sure that everything is seasoned exactly like you want it to come out to your guests. So I'm just gonna take a wee bit of that and make sure that the seasonings are right. Beautiful. If not, this is the time you would add a little extra salt and pepper, but I love it. So we're gonna go with it just the way it is. Now we're ready to plate. So before we plate, we wanna get our garnish ready. We're gonna do a little bit of parsley. I like to keep my parsley in a vase just like a flower. So I like to put it in something that has a little bit of water. That helps to keep it and preserve it a little bit longer. You can keep it in your fridge like that. So we're gonna pick off a little bit of parsley. Okay. Move all of this out of the way. All right, remember how to grip our knife, 3 fingers pinching. I know you guys know how to do it. Okay, so at this point, we're just gonna do that cross chop. When you do the cross chop, pinching here, moving through, tip of the blade never leaves the cutting board, remember that? Crossing over. Pulling back together, crossing over again. I'm gonna make sure it's nice and fine like that. We're ready to plate. All right, so I'm gonna grab a bowl and we're gonna start plating. All right, so we're ready to plate. Last thing, and you guys can enjoy this. So you just wanna take some tongs or whatever you got, put them onto a nice pretty bowl, twist it around so you can make a nice pretty plate, and then garnish. I'm gonna add a little piece of bacon at the top just to kind of finish it off. Garnishing up high, nice parsley. And there you go. Look at this. Pasta carbonara. You guys can do it. Love you guys. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're staying home. Hope you have the ingredients to make this. I'll try to think of another one. You can make comments at the end if there's something you want to see. But thinking of you guys and hoping everybody's doing well through all of this. Bye.